Are we rolling?
Yeah, you're rolling.
Okay, Mike Reed told me, Mike Reed, Bengal, Mike Reed told me this joke. Kowalski wanted to be a skydiver, a paratrooper. So he joined the service, went through all the training, and they're up in the plane, and the sergeant says, all right, I'm gonna call out the names. He says, I'm gonna count to 3, I call the name. He said, you jump and you pull your ripcord. He said, you count to 7, if it doesn't open, you pull the auxiliary. He said, and you'll be fine. He said, and when you reach the ground, be sure that you cushion yourself by hitting the ground with your knees. And then you take your parachute, you wrap it, there'll be a 6x. That's a truck, a 6x truck to pick you up, take you back to the base, and you got a weekend off. So he says, all right, Jones. He goes, oh. He says, Miller, oh. Kowalski. And he goes, it's just 1, 2, and his head, 3, 4, and he gets to 7. He pulls the ripcord. Nothing happens. He goes, shit. 1, and the ground is looming up at 2, and it didn't open. And he's looking, the ground is coming. So, shit. He's with my fucking luck. The truck won't be there either. Not bad. Mike Reed told me that. Well, since we're making fun of people, this guy woke up one morning, looked in the mirror, and he said to himself, you're a failure. And he decided he had to do something with his life. Took a shower and shaved and put on his best clothing, and he said to himself, I get a fucking job today if it kills me. So he walks up and down, he sees a little door that says Bible, Acme Bible Company, salesman 1. He goes in there and he's like, job. Well, the guy looked at him and he said, Jesus Christ. Hold on, he says. Goes to the back room, he brings out a case of Bibles. He said, here, you got a job. He said, the Bibles sell for $25. Every time you sell a Bible, you get $12.50. He said, hush, thanks. Came back the next day, and the guy's sitting there, he sees him walking, and he said, oh, Christ, what's with this guy? He said, he said, sold him the Bibles. Hands him a bunch of money there. He said, Jesus, what the? He goes back, gets a couple more cases. In the next 17 years, he becomes the #1 Bible salesman in the world. He was so successful that the Acme Bible Company became the largest Bible printer and distributor in the world, worth billions, and he was worth millions. He retired. They called him up to the stage. He would never tell anybody his secret. So the president of the company says, okay, Ed, we want to know your secret. He said, it's simple. He said, I would knock on the door. He said, and when they opened it up, I would say, do you want to buy a Bible, or should I read it to you? Mike's favorite guy goes to the barber shop, and the barber's a real negative, a real asshole, and he said, hey, Bob, how you doing? He said, oh, I'm doing great. He said, I am so happy. He said, Meg and I are going to Rome. Bullshit. Yeah, we are. Well, what are you going to Rome for? He said, we're going to go see the Pope. He said, that's a bunch of shit. I don't buy that. He said, you ever been to Rome? He said, no. He said, it's filthy. Just filthy. God, what a terrible place. He said, what airline you flying? He said, we're going United. He said, oh, shit. United. He said, worst goddamn airline in the world. The stewardesses are all grandmas. The food is pure shit. The engines are worn. Bullshit. So he said, where are you going to stay when you get there? He said, the Pierre La Cata. He said, Pierre La. They lost their life. They can't, their health department closed them down. He said, it's terrible. He said, the women never shave their legs. He said, the place stinks. He said, it's terrible. What the hell are you doing that for? So the guy left and he went to Rome. And about a month later, he comes into the barber shop, and the barber says, well, I guess you went to Rome, didn't you? He said, I did. He said, it was the greatest trip of our lives. He said, you're kidding me. He said, the United had brand new planes. The stewardesses were just gorgeous. The flight was wonderful. He said, we stayed at the La Pierre Caca. He said, all renovated, brand new, 5-star. The food was exquisite. We went to the Louvre. He said, my God, it was wonderful. He said, and you saw the Pope, didn't you? He said, yes, we did. He said, are you kidding me? He said, no. We spent probably 5 minutes with His Holiness. And they said, oh my God, what did he say? He said, where'd you get that shitty haircut?